Hello everybody, it's Valerie Greenwell and welcome to Quilt Artistry. It's the beginning of November and Christmas is right around the corner, so I thought I would do a little video to show you how to customize these Sweet Dreams Quilt Studio Christmas stockings. It seems like every year we get a couple more of these Christmas stockings or stocking fillers. And this month I saw we got a new penguin stocking filler and a new raw edge applique Christmas stockings. So I thought those were pretty neat. But I want to show you how I customize these Christmas stockings. So if you haven't seen the patterns yet, you should really go and take a look at the different variety of Christmas stocking patterns that Sweet Dreams has. They have several different ones to look at. So let me show you. I've pulled, I think I've got like one of each variety here on screen. So this is the new stocking filler that we got this month, and it's this cute little penguin. So these little filler patterns are intended to go inside these blank stockings. So let me show you some of these stocking patterns that I have out. So you have your very basic Christmas stocking, which is a blank stocking body and a blank cuff. Then there are some that have a slightly more decorative blank cuff. So this one can still be customized with a name, but you can see we've got these cute little scallops along the cuff edge. Now this one is a blank stocking body, but there's this cute little holly design inside the cuff. Okay, then there are some that have a filler already in the stocking body, but you can customize the cuff with a name. And then lastly, there are some that have the stocking body already in place, and there is a decorative element already in the stocking cuff. So the ones that are like this last one, you really don't do any customizing to at all. You just put them on screen and they are ready to stitch the way they are. This one, that's like this would allow you to either add a decoration of your own in the cuff, or obviously you could add a name, and that's what we're going to do today. So let me show you. I'm going to go with this cute one with the little scalloped cuff, and I'm going to delete these other ones off the screen just to eliminate confusion. Okay, so now let me put this in place here. Okay, so once you have selected the stocking pattern that you want to work with, and you have your stocking filler pattern, you're going to pick that pattern up, and you're going to put it in place over the stocking body. And you'll probably have to scale it up or down to make it fit the space. When I am placing these, I like for the stocking filler to fit nicely inside so that it's not touching any of the stitching. That seems to work really well for me. And there we go. That looks a little better. Okay, so now, once you have your filler in place, then you can decide whether or not you want to customize this cuff. Let's say that you want to put a name in this cuff. So we have all of that in place. You're going to grab an area of blank screen and you're going to right click. You'll come down here to where it says draw text, and we are going to select a font. So the best fonts to use for these stockings are fonts that are smooth. You don't want anything that has jagged edges because it just doesn't stitch well. And I'm going to select a couple different fonts here so that I can show you a good font and a bad font. This one is called Blackladder. This is a bad font. It doesn't stitch well. And when I put it on screen, you'll see why. So let's put the word, let's go with Noel. That way we can see what they look like on every single one. So when you zoom in on this, you see how jagged those edges are? That is not a font that you want to stitch, okay? So now let's go down here and we'll pick the one that is right underneath that. And I'm going to select Black River, okay? Now, we can see that one is a little bit better. See the difference in these? You've got these really nice, very smooth edges. When you have these very smooth edges like that, that's going to make a very nice stitch, okay? Now, I'm going to go down and I'm going to find one that is maybe a little more decorative or maybe a little more ornate. Let's see here. All right, so now I have 3 different versions of this name here, and I'm just going to click OK. They're obviously too small, and that's okay. We'll resize them in a minute, but I want to put all 3 of them up on screen and let you see the differences in how they look. Okay, so this one definitely is not something that you want to stitch. Of course, you're going to want to stay with something that has nice smooth edges. This one would stitch well, and this one would stitch well. I like the more ornate first letter in this one, so I am going to choose this one, and I'm going to delete these other 2 off the screen. Now, once you select this, you can enlarge it or decrease the size as needed in order to fit the stocking that you're working on. So I'm going to bring it up here. And I'm going to zoom in so I can fill the screen. And I'm going to rotate this 3 times. And now I can enlarge this to fit the space. Oh, that's a little too big, so we'll make it just a little bit smaller. And because, you know, I like symmetry, I like to put this as close to the center as possible. I'm going to stretch this out just a little bit so that it fills the space a little nicer. Now, you can, once you have your name in place, you can absolutely stitch that just the way it is, or you can connect your letters if you want the letters to all stitch out as one, so that you don't have any tie-offs on your letters. You can do that if you like. If not, then you are ready to stitch just the way it is. So you're going to press F4. That allows you to set your sew order. And what you want to do is you want to set this so that you're going to stitch your filler pattern first. And then you're going to stitch your name. And then you will stitch the outline of your stocking. So once you have your sew order set, then you can just enter that just the way it is. And now you can take this to your machine and you are ready to stitch it out. As always, with these projects, I recommend printing off the PDF instruction sheet that Sweet Dreams provides for us. Once you take it to the machine, it will help, it just kind of helps lay things out for you. So if you're working with, say, a standard width fabric that is 42, let's say 42 inches wide or 40 inches wide, you're going to want to select all the patterns on your screen, and we're going to set this pattern width, we're going to say 40 because I don't want to stitch off the edge of that. And make sure that you have aspect ratio on. Okay. So you're going to enter the 40 and it will automatically change the height. I usually stitch mine at a speed of 12 and an SPI of, usually 14 to 16, give or take. For this one, I'm going to say 14 is fine. So I would click save and close. Now this pattern is ready to take to your machine, and stitch. And I'll tell you how this is going to go. First, it will stitch the penguin, and then it will stitch the name, and then it will come to the body of the stocking. And first, it's going to stitch this outside outline and the cuff design. And then it's going to pause. And when it pauses, then you put your next layer of top fabric on top of that, and you pin it down, and then it will come back and it will stitch this on the inside. It'll stitch the inside line next, and when it stitches that inside line, it leaves this section down here open. So once it stitches, then and everything is done, then you take it off the quilt frame and you cut it out, and then you use this hole over here to turn it inside out, and then you have the cutest finished stocking. So last year I did do a video on how to make the stockings, so you're welcome to go back and watch those videos if you like. For that, I think that is it. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me and let me know. And for now, I hope you found this useful. Thank you.